chemistry. So as I told you before, uh, green chemistry suggests us to uh, prepare or to design new products and processes. Okay, and new products and processes means what? Which products we are concerning with? Products which we use in our daily life. Okay, so there are several products we use which are based on organic synthesis. So at present, to prepare those products, we use petrochemicals, or we are totally dependent on petroleum oil or petroleum products. Okay, so petroleum products as a starting material for what? It may be medicine, I mean preparation of medicine, or dry dyes, or maybe perfumes, insecticides, pesticides, food products, plastic, rubbers, several products. Okay, you know also. Okay, because we use in our daily life. So all these products are being prepared from petroleum products. So petroleum products, they have two drawbacks. They are hazardous, means starting compound is hazardous, or maybe intermediate hazardous. Okay, and another drawback of these petroleum products being starting material is they are exhaustible. They are depleting. One day, all product will be finished. Okay, so green chemistry suggests designing of new processes and new products which are not hazardous, which are not harmful to the consumer, to the workers working in the industry for preparing those products. Okay, and also to the nature. Most importantly, it should not be harmful to the nature. Okay, so you know well, most of the chemical industries, uh, they are, I mean, contributing towards environmental pollution. Okay, maybe water pollution, maybe air pollution, soil pollution, etc. Okay, and also we experienced several accidents in chemical industry, right? So green chemistry suggests to design process in such a way that it is not hazardous, it is not harmful to anybody. Okay, so green chemistry has set up 12 principles. So for manufacturing any product, any organic product, we should follow these 12 principles. Okay, so last time we understood the first principle, that is waste prevention. Okay, so in that case, in chemical industry, the waste is always there, right? So waste can be a reactant, can be a reagent, I mean unreacted obviously, unreacted reagents and reactants, or maybe solvent, unused solvent, or maybe after use of the solvent in reaction, that is waste. Solvent is waste only, and most important is byproduct is a waste. So green chemistry suggests that we should design chemical synthesis in such a way that no waste is produced. Okay, because there is common tendency or common practice to discard this waste directly on land or in river or gas, they are escape directly into air. So obviously it contributes to pollution, and we are just, I mean, we all are suffering from the outcome of the of such vast use of these products. Okay, so according to this principle, we should design new synthetic route where there is a minimum waste or no waste. First preference is no waste or at least minimum waste. Okay, so no waste means nothing is there to process, because now it is compulsory to process waste produced in the industry and then discard. Okay, we cannot discard waste directly. Understand? So we have to treat it. So there is a treatment plant is compulsory, and that is attached to uh, production plant or production unit. So that enhances or increases cost. So green chemistry tells us that we should use a route where there is no waste or minimum waste. So prevention is better than cure. That way we can understand. Then atom economy is again important. So last time we saw the introduction of this second principle, atom economy. Okay, so in organic synthesis, we see there is a reactant, starting compound. We called it the precursor. Okay, we add some reagent, we add catalyst, solvent, we heat it, we apply pressure, and then we get product. And most of the time there is byproduct also. You understand? So according to atom economy principle, most of the atoms present in the starting material should be converted into desired product, means main product, and not byproduct. Most of the, actually it should be 100%, but it is not possible every time. Some waste is always produced, but that waste should be minimum. Okay, so that waste should be minimum when all the atoms present in the reactant, if they are converted into desired product, then waste will be minimum. That is what the atom economy principle. So we can say efficiency of reaction. Okay, and that efficiency should be high. Okay, so last time we discussed this introductory part. Now we will see the actual calculation of atom economy. So this is what the formula for atom economy. It's a very easy formula. You should know the molecular weight of the product, means main product and not the byproduct. So molecular weight of the product divided by total molecular weight of all reactants. Okay, molecular weight of all reactants into 100. That is what the atom economy, and it should be maximum. Actually it should be 100%, but if it is not 100%, then it should be maximum. That route, synthetic route, we should adopt, okay, or use for the bulk production, mass production in industry. So this is what the example included in our syllabus: preparation of maleic anhydride. This is one intermediate, right, or starting compound for several organic products, especially medicines, drugs, or insecticides or pesticides. So maleic anhydride can be prepared by various methods. Okay, so we will consider 3 methods, means 3 different starting materials. Okay, and we will see where we get maximum atom economy. That route we should adopt. Okay, that route where atom economy is maximum. So let us see that example. So first is from oxidation of benzene. Okay, so it is basically oxidation reaction. So here I mean reagent is same for all 3. Okay, reaction conditions are same, but reactants are different. Starting material is different. We will start with benzene first, then butene and butane. Then we will calculate atom economy, okay, percentage, and then we will decide which is better starting material. That route we will adopt in industry for bulk production. So first start with benzene. So benzene is C6H6, you know well. Okay. So here balancing out of the reaction is very important. Last time I think told you this reaction. Let us repeat it. Okay. So this is oxidation reaction. So this is oxidation reaction of benzene. So this is our starting compound. So oxidation, that is why I wrote O2. I have to balance out amount of O2. But directly I cannot balance out. This is the catalyst. It will not take part directly in actual chemical reaction, but it will assist. It will assist oxidation process. Okay. So we will get maleic anhydride. So we are interested in this product. So this is what the structure of the maleic anhydride, and you have to you have to keep this structure in your memory. You understand? You just look at the structure. So here you could see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 membered ring. Okay, having one double bond and two carbonyl groups, C double bond O, C double bond O, and here you could see the oxygen. Okay, COC linkage. So this is a major product. Okay, we have to balance out this reaction. So how to balance out this reaction? Let us look at this reactant. So reactant, we have benzene and oxygen. So there is a benzene is what? There is carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen over here. So these three we have to balance out. So count carbon. So carbon number 6. So let us see the product. In product we have 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon. 4 carbon. So 6 we have already provided. Only 4 utilized in the desired product. So 2 are wasted. So obviously probable product is carbon dioxide. So 2 carbon means 2 CO2 will be produced. Okay, so carbon now balanced. Let us see oxygen number. So we have 6 hydrogen atoms. 6 hydrogen atom means hydrogen will go into water molecules. You understand? So 6 out of 6, how many hydrogen atoms are utilized in major product? Let us see. Here 1, 2, 3. So only 1 hydrogen atom. Here 1, 2, 3. Here we have another hydrogen atom. Okay, means only 2 are utilized. 2 are utilized means 6 minus 2 means 4 atoms are wasted. Okay, and 4 atoms will go into obviously water. So water having 4 atoms means 2 molecules. 2 into 2, 4 atoms means 2 molecules of water will be produced. So carbon, hydrogen, they are balanced. Now let us balance out oxygen atoms from the both sides. Okay, so here just count oxygen at the product side. 1, 2, 3. 3 plus 4. 2 into 2 is 4. 4 plus 3, 7. 7 plus 2 means 9. We have 9 oxygen atoms at the product side. So 9 atoms must be provided from the reactant side for oxidation. Then only this reaction will be balanced. So 9 atoms means what? 9 atoms is equal to 9 by 2 molecules. 9 atoms means 9 by 2 molecules. Half asti. 9 by 2 means 4.5. 9 by 2 is 4.5 molecules of oxygen should be provided per molecule of benzene. Then we will get 1 molecule of maleic anhydride, 2 molecules of carbon dioxide, and 2H2. Okay. Now, if you look at the reaction, major product is maleic anhydride, and we have got 2 byproducts, which is actually waste. This is gas, and this is H2O. Even though it is not harmful, it is wastage only. So efficiency of reaction is decreased. So let us calculate efficiency of the reaction. Okay, by in terms of atom economy using this formula. So we need molecular weights, because in our formula we have, you see, we have molecular weight of product and total molecular weight of all reactants. So reactants are these 2, benzene and 4.5 molecules of oxygen. So C6H6 plus 4.5 O2, P2O5. So if you look at this molecule, you should be able to calculate molecular formula first, because to calculate molecular weight we need molecular formula. So here you will find 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 carbons, right? So C4, which is correct? C4. You should write in this way: 1, 2, 3, 4. How many hydrogens? H. I need to write. So here there is no hydrogen because valency of carbon is 4 and it is satisfied. Here there is no hydrogen. Here also there is no hydrogen. But if you look at this carbon, here you will find 1, 2, 3. 3 valencies are satisfied. So 4th must be hydrogen. So here we have got 1 hydrogen. Again 1, 2, 3 means 4th must be hydrogen. Okay. So 1 plus 1 means hydrogens are 2 only. And then oxygen. So oxygen are straightforward. They are not hidden. 1, 2, 3. So you should write 3. So to calculate molecular weight, molecular formula should be correct. You understand? So that is what the molecular formula I wrote over here: C4H2O3. Okay, and 2CO2, 2H2. So we have got first structures and then molecular formula. Now it is very easy to calculate molecular weights. Okay, so in our formula we need molecular weight of this compound, means maleic anhydride, divided by total molecular weight of all reactants. All reactant means these two only and not V2O5, because V2O5 is catalyst. It will not take part actually, right? So let us see how to calculate. So benzene is 78 molecular weight because one carbon is 12. You understand? You know well how to calculate that. So 12 into 6, okay, plus 1 into 6 hydrogen. This is atomic weight of carbon. We have 6. Okay, so 12 into 6, 72, and 1 hydrogen is 1. 6 hydrogen we have. So 6, 72 plus 6 is 78. Okay. Now oxygen. So one oxygen molecule is 32, right? And maleic anhydride is C4H2O3. C4 means 12. 12 into 4. One carbon is 12. 12 into 4, 48. Okay. Plus 2 hydrogen means 1 into 2. One carbon is 12 plus 4. Sorry. So into 4, right? One carbon is 12. We have 4 carbons. So 4 into 12. How many hydrogens are there? 2 hydrogens. So 2 into atomic weight of hydrogen is 1. And how many oxygens are there? So plus 3. So 3 oxygen is 3 into one oxygen atom is 16. One oxygen atom is 16. Okay. So 3 means 3 into 16. So altogether it is 98. Okay. So percentage atom economy is equal to molecular weight of product, means molecular weight of maleic anhydride, divided by total molecular weight of reactant, means what? Benzene plus oxygen into 100. So atom economy is equal to 98, which is molecular weight of benzene, divided by total molecular weight of reactant, means molecular weight of benzene is 78, and we have got 4.5 oxygen. So 4.5 into 1 molecule of oxygen. Okay, if you look at the reaction, we have oxygen molecule 4.5. So 4.5 into 1 molecule is 32. This is molecular weight into 100. So it becomes 44.14% only. So it's a poor atom economy, less than 50%. So it is huge wastage of the atoms from the reactants. You understand? We can say it is poor synthetic crude. Even though we have got required product, its efficiency is not that good. Understand? This is the way we should do it. Let us consider second, butene, the starting material. So butene means what? But means 4, C4, and in means 1 double bond. Okay. So in how we do it? CnH2n. Butene, alkene, CnH2n means C4H8, right? C4H8. So this is what the butene. This saturated hydrocarbon. Okay. So here there is 1 carbon, second, third, fourth. Okay. You understand? So this is butene and 1 double bond. This is butane and 1 double bond is butene. So altogether 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons, C4, and H, how much? How many H hydrogen atoms? You should count in this way. So here, see, here there is 1 carbon. So 1 carbon, I should write actually. It's hidden, not shown. So 1 valence is satisfied. So this must be CH3. Okay, here there is another carbon. Okay, another carbon. This valency 1 only occupied. So 1 total valency 4. So 3. Well, 3 are remaining. So here must be another CH3 group. Okay. Now here is 1 carbon, but its valency 3 satisfied. 1 is remaining. So only 1 hydrogen is there, and here another hydrogen is there. So this way you can calculate. Okay. So actually, what it is? 1, 2, 3, 4. Carbon 4 and hydrogen 3 plus 3 6, 7 and 8. So it is, our structure is correct, because CnH2n is butene, that we know well. Understand? Plus oxygen. Okay. So this is what the structure of the reaction, V2O5. This is structure. Only thing is to balance out number of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen atoms. Okay, from reactant side and product side. Okay, so if you look at the reactant, how many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. C4. So C4 will go into first into product. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So all 4 carbon atoms are accommodated in the major product. So there is no waste of carbon. Understand? Now look at the hydrogen. 3 plus 3, 6, 7, 8. 8 hydrogen atoms are there. Okay, here in a UT, means in starting material. How many are utilized in the product? Only 1 and 2. 2 hydrogen. Here there is no hydrogen, here no hydrogen, and with oxygen no hydrogen. So only 2 are utilized out of 8. Okay, we have 8 hydrogen, only 2 are utilized in maleic anhydride. Okay, so definitely water will be produced. So how many are remaining? 6. 2 are utilized, means 8 are there in the reactants. 8 minus 2 is 6 hydrogen atoms. So all will go into water. So 6 means what? 3 into 2 is 6. Okay, so 6 water molecules will be produced. Okay, the number of carbon and hydrogen atoms are balanced. Let us see oxygen atoms. First count oxygen atoms at the product side. 1, 2, 3 plus 3 means 6 oxygen atoms are there. Okay, with the product and byproduct. So 6 oxygen atoms must be supplied at the reactant side. So 6 oxygen atom means obviously 6 by 2 molecules. Half half molecules. Okay, so 6 by 2 means 3. So here must be 3. Understand? So 1 molecule of butene needs 3 molecules of oxygen, and then we will get maleic anhydride 1 molecule and 3 molecules of water. So waste is water molecule only. So carbon atoms are not wasted. So here we expect more atom economy. So efficiency of reaction is greater in this case as compared to first reaction. That is what the starting from benzene. Okay. So let us see. This is what the butene plus oxygen, and this is C4H2O3 is the maleic anhydride, and this is what the three water molecules produced. So this is what the molecule reaction with molecular formula. Let us count the percentage atom economy. So our formula is molecular weight of the product means molecular weight of the maleic anhydride divided by total molecular weight of the reactant, means what? Sum of the molecular weight of butene and oxygen. So this 98 we already calculated in the first reaction, divided by C4H8. C4 means 12 into 4 means 48 plus 8, 56. Okay, so this is what the 4 carbon atoms and 3 oxygen atoms. So 3 into 1 oxygen molecule is 32. So 3 into 32 into 100. So it becomes 64.47%. So almost 40% increase in atom economy. If we have just changed the reactant, starting compound, and we have got enhanced atom economy. So this is acceptable now. Understand? So I hope you understood. Now let us see the third reaction. I will give you the PDF of this. Okay, don't worry. If you want to write it simultaneously, you can write it simultaneously. Okay, if you want to stop me somewhere, you can stop me. I will give you time for writing, no problem. Okay, if you don't understand, you just ask me. Okay, but otherwise I will share PDF. Okay, everything what I have on slide, that will be with you. Okay, no problem. So 64.47% is the atom economy when we start with 2 butene. Okay, let us go with the third route. So it must be butane actually. It's a mistake there. Third route is obviously let us change that butane. This is NN, right? This mistake. So third is oxidation of butane. Okay, we have done with benzene, then butene, 2 butene, and then butane. So butane means what? But means 4 carbon and N means alkane. So there is no double bond. So it is saturated. So saturated means what? It is alkane. So alkane means CnH2n plus 2. So N is what? 4. Okay. So N plus 2n plus 2. Okay. So it becomes this. This is what the butane. Okay. So here, if you look at the structure, here you will find this is 1 carbon. So definitely we have CH3. Here also we have CH3. Okay, because only one is engaged. Here we have carbon with 2 valency satisfied. So here must be 2 hydrogen atoms. You understand? Here 2 and here also 2 hydrogen atoms. Okay. So carbon becomes 4, hydrogen becomes 3 plus 3, 6. Here we have 2 atoms, means 8, and here 2, means 10. C4H10. So our structure is correct. CnH2n plus 2. And this is the alkane. Plus oxygen, V2O5, our product is fixed. Only thing is to balance out the carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen numbers. So we have 4 carbons. So 4 carbons, all they are there, okay, in the desired product. So there is no wastage of a carbon. Let us look at the hydrogen. So 3 plus 3, 6 plus 2, 8 plus 2, 10 means 10 hydrogen we have. So here only 2 are utilized, 1 and 2. Only 2 utilized. So 10 minus 2 means 8 hydrogen atoms are there. Okay, so 8 hydrogen atoms will go into water. Okay, so 8 hydrogen atom means 4 H2O molecules. So 4 H2O molecules will be produced. Understand? Now count oxygen. 1, 2, 3. 3 plus 4, 7. Okay, so altogether we want 7 oxygen atoms. So how many molecules? Obviously half. So 7 by 2 molecules. So 7 by 2 means 3.5 oxygen molecules are required per molecule of butane. You understand? This is the way we should do it. So reaction is now balanced. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen balanced. We can calculate molecular. We just write molecular formula. That is C4H10 is a butane, 3.5 oxygen, V2O5 they are not. It is not taking part, and C4H2O3. We already have this formula. So this is what the molecular formula for all the reactants, reagents, and product byproducts. So atom economy percentage is equal to total molecular weight of the product, that is malic anhydride, 98, divided by molecular weight of the weight of all reactants. So C4 means how much? 4 carbon. So 4 into 12. 1 carbon is 12, right? Plus 10 hydrogen. So 10 hydrogen, 1 hydrogen is 1. Okay. So obviously 48 plus 10 means 58. So therefore I wrote 58. And 3.5 into 1 molecule of oxygen is 32. So therefore I wrote 3.5 into 32 into 100. So it becomes 57.64. Okay. So here now there is a slight decrease in atom economy as compared to that from the butene. They have 64, okay, just 30. Okay. So here we have got 57. It is more than that from the benzene, starting compound benzene. Okay, we got only just 45. So here we got 57. So it is enhanced, but it is not highest. Okay. So conclusion is, as the atom economy for the synthesis of maleic anhydride is the highest for which compound? For which compound? Butene. When we start with the butene, it is that. Okay. This is what the root. Okay. This is, here we have got highest 64.47% starting from butene, right? So this route should be used in industry. Okay, so that is what the rule. Sorry, that is what the rule. Okay, so this is what the atom economy principle. So every time we should write a balanced chemical reaction, then we should calculate molecular weight, and we substitute in the formula. We should get atom economy, and then we should decide which is better for us. Understand? So you just take down the next, you just take down the problem, calculate, write down, calculate the atom economy, calculate the atom economy for the following reaction. Calculate the atom economy for the following reaction. असा प्रश्न तुम्हाला विचारतात एक्झाम मध्ये. ओके, फॉलोइंग रिएक्शन तुम्हाला मी लिहितो, तुम्ही सायमल्टेनियसली लिहून घ्या and you just see how to get it done, right? Okay, so very simple reaction we take, and this is asked in university examination only. We have got propene. So propane means CH3 CH double bond CH2. This is what our starting compound, and we are trying to prepare allyl chloride. Allyl chloride. Okay. So obviously this is chlorination reaction, Cl2, and desired product is. So at this position, allyl position, hydrogen is replaced by this allyl position. You must have heard about this allyl. Okay. So this hydrogen is replaced by chlorine, and HCl is removed. Okay. So we have this structure Cl. Okay. Now CH2 is converted, CH2 is converted to CH2. Okay. Cl, one hydrogen is replaced. So by chlorine atom. Otherwise structure remains same, CH double bond CH2. Okay. So obviously there is one byproduct. And what is the name of the byproduct? HCl. Hydrochloric acid molecule is produced. So this is called as a allyl chloride. The allyl chloride. Okay, and our starting compound is propene or propylene. You understand? So here we need to find out the atom economy. So question is calculate the atom economy of the following reactions. Okay. So here structures are given, so there is no issue. You can directly calculate. So very easy. Let us see. We can simultaneously लिहून घ्या. So just see the molecular formula. Carbon number. We have carbon and hydrogen. So C1 to 3. So it's straightforward. C3H 3 4 plus 2 is 6. C3H6. This is propylene or propene. Whatever. Plus Cl2. There's no issue. So what we have is this. Now count carbon. So obviously C3. Hydrogen 2 plus 1. 3 plus 2 5. Hydrogen 5. Chlorine 1. Okay. They're not concerning with the byproduct. Okay. So this is the way we should do it. So first find out the molecular weight. 3 carbon means 12 into 3. Right? 12 is 1 carbon atom into 3 means 36. Plus 1 into 6 means 6. Okay. So it becomes 42. Then chlorine, 1 chlorine is 35.5. 2 chlorine means 2 into 35.5, right? And that is 71. So here C3 means 12 into 3. 12 into 3 means 36. 36 plus 5 hydrogen, 1 into 5 means 5. And chlorine is 35.5. Okay, so addition of these 3. So you have to be very careful over here while calculating molecular weight. Okay. So I think this is 76.5. Okay. So we have got everything with us. So we can now calculate percentage atom economy is equal to molecular weight of the product. Product is allyl chloride. So molecular weight of product is 76.5 divided by total molecular weight of all reactants. First reactant is 42 and another one which is actually reagent is 71 into 100. So that is equal to 70 plus 76, so 113. So it is 67.69% atom economy comparatively good. Okay, so this route can be accepted. असे प्रश्न विचारतात. Calculate the atom economy of the following reaction. Okay, if reaction structure is directly given, there is no problem. Okay, but if not given, you have to calculate number of atoms present in the structure, and you have to write molecular formula and then calculate molecular weight. Okay, then take down next one. Next problem. Same heading is same. Calculate the atom economy of the following. So this is what the first. This is second. So a reaction is this. Let us take same reactant, propane only. Okay, so propane is CH3, CH double bond, CH2. This is propene or propylene. Okay, and this is subjected to reaction plus H2 nickel heating. Okay, so here obviously we should get hydrogenation. Two hydrogen atoms are added across this double bond. So we have CH3, CH2, CH3. Okay, so hydrogen atom is added over here. So we got saturated hydrocarbon, that is propane. Okay, so now we have to calculate the atom economy for this reaction. Okay, now can somebody tell me the atom economy for this reaction without calculation? कोणी सांगेल ह्या रिएक्शनची ॲटम इकॉनॉमी काय असेल कॅल्क्युलेशन न करता?
100%.
100%. Very nice. Very good. Because there is no byproduct. No byproduct means all items in the reactant, they are converted into product. So atom economy 100%. Okay. But in examination, you have to calculate in a proper way. Okay. So proper way means what? First, we should write down molecular formula. So propane means C3H6. Okay. 3-6. Okay. Propane. Now here, if you look at this reagent, okay, reagent is hydrogen and nickel is catalyst. So we should not consider nickel weight. You understand? Okay. So you should take care of this. Even though it is written over here, nickel is actually catalyst. So here we should consider only hydrogen and not nickel. So nickel you should write over here. You understand? It will not take part in actual hydrogenation. It will just accelerate the reaction. And here we have got 3 carbon and hydrogen 3 plus 3, 6 plus 2, 8. So very simple. Okay. So percentage atom economy is equal to molecular weight of C3H8. Okay. So C3H8 means how much? 12 into 3. 36 plus 8. Right? 36. 12 into 3 plus 1 into 8, 44. So 44 is molecular weight of propane upon total molecular weight of these two only, not nickel. Nickel is चुकणार. Okay. So C3H6 means याच्यामध्ये 2 वजा करायचे, बरोबर ना? 42. So 12 into 3, 36 plus 6 means 42 plus hydrogen. 1 hydrogen is 1. 1 hydrogen atom is 1. 2 hydrogen atom means 1 molecule means 2. Okay, into 100. So 44 upon again this is 44. 42 plus 2 is 44 into 100 So that is equal to 100%. So 44 get cancelled. So atom economy is 100%. You understand? So this is the way you should report your answer. Okay? You just complete this reaction, both the reactions. If you are completed, then we will proceed. Because in PDF, these reactions are not there. You complete, or you can take screenshot and you can write later on, no problem. लिहून झालं असेल तर मला सांगा. Okay, shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
So again, next reaction. So here we have got reaction like this: benzene plus methyl chloride, benzene plus methyl chloride, and it is added with or heated with aluminum chloride, AlCl3. Okay, and here we got product toluene, okay, plus hydrochloric acid. So this is what the reaction given to us, and question is same: calculate the atom economy for the following reaction. Okay, so here you should be able to write the structure of the molecule first. Okay, correct structure. So benzene means, you know well, it is C6H6. Okay, C6H6 is benzene plus methyl chloride. Okay, so first alkyl halide, it is CH3, is methyl chloride, CHCl, it is heated with aluminum chloride. Okay, we have got toluene and HCl. So how to guess the structure of toluene then? So we have got benzene. So definitely there is no change in benzene. Okay, it will remain as it is. So here there is one hydrogen lost. You understand? One hydrogen lost, and one chlorine in the methyl chloride. That is also not there in the product. Toluene is a hydrocarbon. Okay, So what exactly we have is one hydrogen atom is lost along with chlorine, and that hydrogen is substituted by methyl group. That is actually toluene. So this is what the product. Okay, one hydrogen atom, okay, of benzene ring is replaced by methyl group of the reagent, and that hydrogen atom goes with chlorine. That is what HCl is produced. Now it's okay. Okay, so now reaction is balanced. Chlorine balance, carbon, hydrogen, everything is balanced. No issue. So here interesting thing is aluminum chloride should not be considered. Okay, because this is catalyst. Okay, we will not consider in a calculation of atom economy. So percent. So here to calculate percentage atom economy, we need molecular weight. So benzene is C6H6. Okay, plus C1. So it is directly there. C1H3Cl. Okay, here we have got how many carbon? 6 carbon from benzene ring, and this is 7. So here C7. Okay, hydrogen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here there is no hydrogen because it is replaced. It is lost as HCl. So 5 plus 3 of methyl group is 8. C7H8. Barabar? So percentage atom economy is equal to molecular weight of the product. So product is C7H8. C7 means 12 into 7. 7 carbon. 8 hydrogen. 1 into 8. Okay. So 84. Right? 84 plus 8. 84 plus 8. So accordingly, we should calculate 92. So here again 12 plus 3 plus 35.5, and here 12 into 6, 72 plus 6 means 76. So basically 92 is toluene upon all the reactants, means these two only and not aluminum chloride. So 72 is benzene and methyl chloride. Methyl chloride means 12 plus 3, 15, and is 35.5. So it is 50.5 methyl chloride into 100. So that becomes, it's approximately 72%. 71.59% is atom economy. It's good atom economy, you can say 71% or 72% approximately. You understand? So this is the way you should do it. Okay. Now next problem can be, I will give you one more reaction. You just try at the home one reaction as a homework. Okay, aniline, you see, इकडे लिहून घ्या आणि हे होमवर्क पण ट्राय करा. aniline म्हणजे काय, अमिनो बेन्झीन प्लस acetic anhydride. Acetic anhydride. You just find out the structure of acetic anhydride. Then here you will get the product acetanilide. Okay, here I will give you the formula, or I will give the structure. Okay, then you can guess the reactant accordingly. So basically, this is benzene. We have acetanilide. So, and here we have got NH2CH3. NH2CH3. And byproduct is acetic acid. Okay, so you have to guess the structure of aniline acetic anhydride. Product structure is given. Okay, acetanilide. So an acetic acid is produced. So you should write correct structure and then calculate molecular weight and then atom economy accordingly. Okay, लिहून घ्या. Calculate the atom economy of the following reaction: aniline plus acetic anhydride after heating gives this compound acetanilide. Okay, benzene NHCOCH3 structure बरोबर लिहून घ्या plus acetic acid. Okay, so you calculate accordingly. Very easy to calculate. So one more you can take. This is one. Another is direct reaction. You write down methyl amine CH3NH2 plus phosgene COCl2, carbonyl chloride or phosgene COCl2. So here we have the compound isocyanate, methyl isocyanate. So that is CH3N double bond C double bond O. This is methyl isocyanate plus 2 molecules of HCl. Methyl isocyanate. Okay, so all these reactions are asked in university examination. Okay, and so pay. So this is one problem, homework problem, and this is second homework problem. Calculate atom economy of the following reaction. First reaction is aniline plus acetic anhydride. It gives acetanilide plus acetic acid. The first reaction, and second reaction is this methylamine plus COCl2 phosgene. We have methyl isocyanate plus 2HCl. Okay. So, second reaction. Problem मिळाला. लिहून घेतलं का? लिहून घेतलं की सांगा मला. Done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So this is what the second principle, atom economy principle, right? So it's 1:50. So we will stop here.